People, deluded, I'm back again. Now, obviously, Eddie Nkietah looks to be completing his move to Augsburg on a season-long loan or for the rest of the season. Congratulations, you get the opportunity to play in the Bundesliga, and I hope it goes well for him. And I'd love to love. He's crazy and he can't do it, but love for him to be top goal scorer, beating Lewandowski and them things. Would love him to return with 10 goals or something mad like that, because he's a prolific goal scorer at youth level. Hope to God he can replicate it playing consistently at full team level. We've seen a couple other young players. Emil Smith-Rowe looks to be going Leipzig. Nelson's obviously in Germany, and there's many other examples, not just at Arsenal but elsewhere, permanently and on loan. Eddie, he's the topic, and not just a man, but if you look at his position now, from an Arsenal point of view, you lot know I love young players, but just looking as a supporter of the club, or just in terms of depth and things like that, removing my emotion. If Aubameyang and Lacazette get injured, what happens? Now, hope to God that's not the case. We know Unai Emery's shown he's played a range of formations. At first, he was playing with one of them. Then he was forcing one of them out wide. That Lacazette at a time was actually the one doing the wide stuff. Currently, that's Aubameyang, and now at times it seems to be he's favouring starting in both of them, regardless of the formation, just both of them up front. Now, obviously, that's a good strike pair, and even if just one of them's fit, we've got enough to the end of the season. But if one gets injured, one gets suspended, poor form, or if both are on the pitch and there's just nothing happening for us in the game and we need to bring on a striker, who do we bring on? Because now Eddie's gone. So in terms of depth and things like that, which it wasn't, before it was Eddie, it was obviously that was Welb's slot. Eddie had the spot, and that's probably why he's been delayed going out on loan to the end, more or less the end of the window, because of the issue of depth. And obviously Denis Suarez incoming, probably they're not the same position, but in terms of bodies is the reason Eddie's been allowed to go. But if someone's got to occupy the striker's role, then who does it? Because if you look at it first team level, unless everyone wants to do a false winger thing or play no strikers or whatnot, if assuming Lacazette and Aubameyang were both injured or out or whatever, or needed to be rested, what happens then? Like, unless he's going to do that, what happens? So you're probably looking at, if I was Balogun and Tyreece John Jules, I'd be excited about my chances, because it's not real. You're not really, yeah, man. There's still a lot of bodies and things, but I'd be patient now. Tyreece John Jules, I like him a lot, man. He's a real striker, innit? I think not even a criticism, but I think he's got a lot of technical ability. I just like to see him drop a bit deeper at times, because when he does it, he's on fire. But he's a good player. He knows where the back of the net is, and obviously he's been in Unai Emery's foot. The club rate him highly. Unai Emery's been in his thoughts for a while. He's been in Unai Emery's thoughts, for a while, because in the build up to the Europa League, yeah, he didn't make it. He didn't come off the bench, sadly, but he was involved in it. So that's testament to his ability. He's been a bit unlucky with a hamstring injury recently, which has kind of derailed his progress. But you're thinking, if Welbs is out injured, Eddie's gone on loan, and there needs to be a striker to fill that void. I know we're out of cup competition, or the case would have been stronger, because now we're essentially in 2 competitions only, or not even essentially, we are. You'd think Tyreece is the next one to go and get chances, and if not Tyreece, it would be Balogun. Now I say Balogun because obviously if you watch youth football at Arsenal under 23 and 18s level, if you just look at the pecking order, Aubameyang, Lacazette, obviously Welbs, regardless of ability, Welbs is there. Then you've got Nkietah. Nketiah's gone out on loan, so it's John Jules. And then you've got Balogun. Balogun, for me, he was killing it last year under 18s level, but I've seen a different sort of hunger from him, man. He's always had ability, but remember, in previous videos I've talked about all these players got abilities, but that greater consistency, that hunger, not that they've never been hungry, but see them sort of things there. He's been doing it, man. He is. I know he will be another one like Eddie that's labelled a goal scorer because they can do it, but general play, he's got it in it. He's been banging out under 18s level. That's been recognised with him getting a couple minutes here and there under 23s level, especially with Tyreece John Jules being injured. Hasn't got that much minutes, and he's probably not a main player of sorts if he was to say one at under 23s, so you'd think he needs to break through that. But you don't know. Some people get to skip that, and if I was both of them, you'd like to think at least one match day, one of the two, probably John Jules at this time at this time of making the vid would be the one that probably be on the bench and whatnot. But I believe in both of them, man. And Tyreece John Jules, for instance, is being chased by a lot of German clubs. If you read reports, there was one on the internet the other day. Apparently, the club rate him highly and they want to take him pre-season next year. Now, a lot of young players go on pre-season and whatnot, but if he's getting a lot of interest from French and German clubs at his young age and things like that, that shows you he's a good young player. And whether he makes it here or not or somewhere else, it's testament to the club and it's testament to himself for his hard work and determination. Like I said, I like him a lot, man. And obviously, I don't know him, so I don't know his attitude, but he seems like someone with a very positive attitude. He doesn't let people rattle him. He keeps working hard for the team and them things there. I like him a lot, man. And you lot know I'm very biased when it comes to young players. players. I've got time for young players, especially the age group of Amici, Emil Smith-Rowe, Vontae Daly-Campbell, Trey Coyle, Tyreece John Jules. I got a lot of time for them ones there in particular, man. Cause I think they're all gonna be ballers, whether it's gonna be here or elsewhere. They're all gonna have good careers at some level, man. And if we can only if we know the dynamic of Premier League football specific to Arsenal is a tough one. If only one makes it, that's testament to the club and every other club. If you make an example, but I honestly want to see them both all given a chance to make it here. I believe they've all got ability. It's down to them to what they want to do with it. But man, definitely in the last 3-4 years or something, our academy was in a kind of mix up kind of way. It's been in a better state now, and testament as well, because there's a lot of homegrown players. Admittedly, these are sort of the younger players, but obviously when you see Crowley, Willock, Benassia, Dragomir, Josh De Silva. There's been a couple other examples, and Rene Adelaide, Marlon. All of these players, I believe they're ballers. I wanted to keep them all, but them lot leaving presented greater chances to these younger players to shine. Or if you didn't believe that or don't believe that, you're just thinking what's going to happen. And these lot have taken chances. Obviously we've got Saka and Okonkwo as well. Again, potential is just potential, but it's a good curve, man. And them players in particular who were part of getting to the final in the under-18s FA Youth Cup, I love all of them, man, because I ain't seen us get to a final in a minute. Obviously we couldn't do it against the Chelsea side, but yeah, man, I think Chelsea out of the FA Youth Cup this year. If they are, we got a good chance then, but I could be wrong, so don't get excited. But yeah, man, just I don't even know the point of this video. I was just thinking, really, and I thought let me share my thoughts out loud. So, people, DG, let me get out of your hair. I'm out. Hair. I said hair properly, right? Either way, I'm out, man.